Hello and welcome to Portal. So I am not one who usually does playthroughs nowadays, but I wanted to give it a go again, and I've just recently finished The Witcher 3, which has taken me over 150 hours to finish, including both of the DLCs. So I was like chomping at the bit for a very quick win. So I wanted to go for Portal, which I've been wanting to replay for years and years, but I've just never had the time to do it. So Portal's about 3 hours long, so I'm thinking maybe make a little 3-hour let's play, 3 parts. So let's just get started straight away with Portal, and I can barely see that. That's ridiculous. Okay, so here we go. New game, Chapter 1, start. I'm playing this on the PC using a keyboard and mouse. I'm sorry for any background noise you hear. The microphone is noise gated though, so hopefully you shouldn't hear anything too much. I do not think that the I do not think that my keyboard is actually causing the is not causing the microphone to pick up any of its noises. So hopefully that's good.
And again, welcome to the Aperture Science Computer Aided Enrichment Center. We hope your brief detention in the relaxation vault has been a pleasant one. Your specimen has been processed, and we are now ready to begin the test proper. Before we start, however, keep in mind that although fun and learning are the primary goals of all Enrichment Center activities, serious injuries may occur. For your own safety and the safety of others, please refrain from stand back. The portal will open in 3, 2, 1.
It's really interesting because like they chose to position these portals really specific so that you actually understood what was going on, so you could see yourself going through a portal and coming out of this one. We are being watched. So obviously this room is to kind of explain to you how the buttons and the boxes work, or the cubes as obviously they're called. So cube, button, opens door.
Excellent.
Obviously you can stand on this as well, and it opens.
Chamber lock after completing each test. First, however, note the incandescent particle field across the exit.
Yep.
This Aperture Science Material Emancipation Grill will vaporize any unauthorized equipment that passes through it.
So a lot of the speedruns actually involve
weighted storage cube.
a lot of the speedruns involve hitting stuff through the dissipation fields, so that you can like take objects that you would otherwise need.
Please place the weighted storage cube on the 1500 megawatt Aperture Science Heavy Duty Super Colliding Super Button.
Yeah. Kind of weird how slow this is. Like it's interesting that the decision they made to
Perfect. Please move quickly to
it's interesting the decision that they made to not give you the portal run straight away, because it is a bit of a slow start. I'm not sure if I've got what is the word? Anti-aliasing and stuff. Vertical sync. I don't actually have vertical sync on either. Okay, let's put on not even FXAA. This game was made before FXAA was a thing. That's cool. Okay, so let's put 2 times MS and then wait for the vertical sync. Okay. And we are still okay. Cool. Resume game. Now we should see less of the tearing going on, which is good. Yeah, the Portal 1 was before FXAA. I wonder when FXAA was a thing. So FXAA is like, it's like approximated anti-aliasing. So rather than actually rendering a bunch of stuff, they just kind of look at the lines and runs an algorithm and like says, okay, so this is that texture. That texture is really poor. Am I on like a really bad advanced, like an ultra? Ooh, texture detail very high. Reflect all. I know you could choose the amount of My field of view is tiny. Turn the field of view up. Use bloom effects when available. Windows Aero extensions. Whatever. Okay, apply that. Okay. Obviously the textures aren't going to change right away, but hopefully when we load a new world, it'll load them with the nicer textures. Okay, so then it runs that, and then we jump down and we get our first portal gun, which can only shoot the blue portal for now. So they automatically put an orange portal up there. So you get a portal there, and then you let you walk through here and we're into the elevator.
Dimensional gates have proven to be completely safe. The device, however, has not. Do not touch the operational end of the device. Do not look directly at the operational end of the device. Do not submerge the device in liquid, even partially. Most importantly, under no circumstances should you...
It was sort of,
Please proceed to the chamber lock.
sort of interesting how the lore of this game develops, because obviously in the second game you learn that they could only make portals work on this on like moon dust, basically. So they went to the moon, got a bunch of moon rocks, and found that they could do portals on the moon rocks. But obviously there's this bit of lore in Portal 1 that says, oh yeah, the device is dangerous, don't look at it, don't just, don't submerge it in water. The idea being obviously that you don't want to make a portal like on yourself, because that would probably like cause you to internally combust.
You're doing quite well.
Oh, thank you. So we need that thing. Okay. There we go. Go through the door.
Excellent work. As part of our required test protocol, we will not monitor the next test chamber.
Okay.
You will be entirely on your own.
Good for you.
luck.
We'll be entirely by ourselves, of course we will. Yeah, so like obviously this is supposed to be really dangerous, but then they kind of like, well, make any sense that, let's, because we need a reason why you can't just put a portal on anything. 'Cause you can't put a portal on that. Well, actually you can do, but you can't put a portal on that. You can't put a portal on that. You can't put a portal on this metal stuff. It's only this concrete that's covered with the moon dust. They got a lot of moon dust, didn't they? Okay, so this is, you have to use a portal to get up onto this platform, then use a portal, go back, get this, and then go down here, and then you have to go and look here and get that portal there, and then put the portal through here, grab that, drop it down here. And I'm sure that was really like disorientating for people.
Required test protocol,
but, I understood it, so that's all that matters.
Suggesting that we would not monitor this chamber was an outright fabrication.
Uh-huh.
Good job.
Yeah.
As part of a required test protocol, we will stop enhancing the truth in 3, 2...
I like it when you enhance the truth, though. Yay. I still remember when this first came out, and I've played through this game so many times. I actually didn't have a PC back then, so I bought it on the orange box. I played it on Xbox 360, and I spent hours. I was fascinated by this game. Like, seriously, I thought it was so cool.
Safety is one of many Enrichment Center goals. The Aperture Science High Energy Pellet seen to the left of the chamber can and has caused growth. Unbelievable. You.
Yes.
Subject name here.
Must be the pride of.
Subject hometown here.
Okay, I don't understand what that means, but whatever. Yeah, so those balls are like key to a lot of the puzzles, and it's just basically about getting those balls, go to certain places, and then not get yourself killed by them through the power of portals. Again, we're still in the parts where it's like, where all the portals are just about getting stuff from one place and putting it in another place. So again,
However,
we have
alarms and flashing
the
hazard lights have been found to agitate the high energy pellet.
so we
and
have
therefore
this
been
thing,
disabled for your
the
safety.
high energy pellet. And so before it was hitting the actual orange portal, but now we're going to make the portal that the high energy pellet will go into. So now we have that. So now we need to put a thing up there to get ourselves onto the platform. And then you have to wait for this thing. Come on. Faster, please. Oh, look, you can see stuff. Down there. Hi. I'm a portal person. Wow, this video's been going for 10 minutes. 7. I think there's like 21 chambers. Yeah, so we're still doing the use portals to get things from places where they already are to other places, and we are not yet onto the wonders of conserving momentum, which is the best part of portals in my opinion.
Please note that we have added a consequence for failure. Any contact with the chamber floor will result in an unsatisfactory mark on your official testing record, followed by death. Good luck.
You have to do that, and then do that. There we go. Go through there. Need to put a thing over there. Hi. And you have to wait for the thing to come back. And on we pop. I think you just mess about because we're gonna get there eventually anyway. I am mumbling quite a lot, I think. Yeah.
Very impressive. Please note that any appearance of danger is merely a device to enhance your testing experience.
Yeah, you can hear that, can't you? Hear my space bar. Super loud. And loading.
The Enrichment Center regrets to inform you that this next test is impossible.
Of course
Make no
it is.
attempt to solve it.
Why would I do that? That seems silly.
Fantastic.
How was
You
that
remain
impossible?
resolute and resourceful in an atmosphere of extreme pessimism.
Oh, of extreme pessimism, so they're trying to be like, oh yeah, this is impossible, and you'll be like, no, I'm determined. I'm so determined, I will finish the puzzle. So now we're in chamber 9? Obviously, eventually we get, okay, so here we go. So
To reiterate,
we're in chamber 10 of 19. So this is when we start learning about how
momentum.
we can conserve momentum using portals. So here we have an orange one and a blue one, and so because that's higher up, we can jump through the portal and like get to this higher platform. And this becomes even more kind of obvious when this orange portal is up here. And so there's quite a gap here, but if we jump down into this blue portal, our downwards momentum becomes our forwards momentum, because obviously we change the plane of the we change the plane in this direction that we are traveling in through the portal. So the momentum is conserved, but the dimensions of the momentum rotated 90 degrees.
Spectacular. You appear to understand how a portal affects forward momentum, or to be more precise, how it does not.
Yeah, so well, actually it does affect forward momentum because it changes it. So a portal will literally transform your momentum. So you can use gravity. So we have this thing here. So again, it's exactly the same as before, apart from we are looking at the opposite one. So we have to jump into here. So we jumped up the first one, and then it's going to push this one further forward.
Is conserved between portals. In layman's terms, speedy thing goes in, speedy thing comes out.
So that's so it's not so velocity is conserved, but it's like it's absolute velocity that's conserved. Your velocity isn't necessarily conserved. It depends on, like I said, it depends on where the portals are and specifically what plane the portals are on. Yeah, absolute velocity is definitely conserved. So now we're going to chamber 12. This should be chamber 12. So we're going to get the second. No, it's 11.
To
Okay.
always provide a safe testing
So
environment.
there's
In
the
dangerous testing
orange portal gun.
environments, the Enrichment Center promises to always provide useful advice.
Hello.
For instance, the floor here will kill you. Try to avoid it.
So I literally can't get through here yet. I need to wait for him to open that one. There we go. So what does this do? Ah. I've completely forgotten what to do here. So I've just come on down here, so now I'm in the puzzle room, so to speak. So we've got this thing. I assume that can kill you. And you have that thing here, so you have to like... okay, so I know what I need to do. So we need to go into this thing here. Chuck a thing in there. So now we have a portal going to here, and then eventually this portal gun is going to turn around, fire over here, and let me get into that room. Cool. Now I can jump out of here and stick another portal there. So now this ball thing is going to start kind of flying through. And I think I might have made a mistake because it's gone the wrong place. That might be right. Please? No. But that's still the wrong place. That needs to go now. Yeah, okay, it should be right. So now... God damn it. I need to wait for this thing. Might as well do this. Yeah, now we're in the right spot. Now we're gonna go and get the orange portal, and then we'll be able to let ourselves get up into there, into the exit.
The
Cool.
device has been modified so that it can now manufacture
So now we have
portals
control
at
of
once.
both portals.
As part of an
So now we can
optional
start doing
test
smart stuff.
protocol, we are pleased to present an amusing fact. The device is now more valuable than the organs and combined incomes of everyone in.
Subject hometown here.
Okay. Now we need to go back to the wall. You can actually speed this up. There's actually a little bit of a tiny little like time save. You can jump into a portal down there, and that stops you from having to go on this like floaty thing again. So that's chamber 11 done. So we have 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 9 more to do. 7 more. Right. Can't count clearly. 8 more. Yeah, 12. I don't know.
Get Lucy to fling yourself.
So, yeah.
Fling into space.
So this is a really cool thing the game does is that, so you've just done a bunch of more stuff, and it says, okay, so you now have this extra portal that you can do all sorts with. So it wants to make sure that you remember all the things it's just taught you. But it makes you do another fling, just to be like, okay, so you did a fling before, you should got the same thing, apart from you make both of your own portals. Cool, right? Yeah, so now you do it again. So now you go through there, and now you can jump through again. And look, we are even higher. So now we have this thing. So we have a portal there, and then we need to go up there. So we go back down this way. And now we're up here. Now we can grab this. We can drop it down onto the portal, and then we can do the whole thing again. And now we leave. So again, that's kind of... that was interesting because that was kind of a combination of the two. That was the first time we ever had the combination of both the, oh, you can conserve momentum, and also you can use portals to get things to places where they need to be. So, again...
Now that you are in control of both portals, this next test could take a very, very long time. If you become lightheaded from thirst, Feel free to pass out. An intubation associate will be dispatched to revive you with peptic salve and adrenaline.
Okay, so again, GLaDOS obviously is always trying to goad us into being self-defeating, but she does actually try and make a good point in the fact that now you have control of both portals, the overall puzzle can get a lot more complicated. But here we have a very, very simple start, which is again exactly the same as the stuff that we already know. We can use portals to get things from places where they are to places where they need to be, and we can also get ourselves from places where we are to places where we need to be. Now we can get through this door and into the main puzzle room. This gets a lot more complicated a lot more quickly. So the first thing we notice is that we have a thing where it is, and we have a thing where it needs to be. So now we can control both portals. We can just simply go there, there, and now the portal will go, the ball will go from where it is to where it needs to be. Now we need to get ourselves from where we are where we need to be, which is this, and then we can grab this and take this over to one of those things, which is cool. And now we can put this on one of these. So now you're kind of like, well, I need 2 cubes. But that's why originally, in the very, very first one, the first thing you would have done, you saw the button in front of you, you would have jumped on the button. You're like, okay, but surely I need a cube to get through the door. But then you remember, oh wait, I've got a portal gun. I can just put a portal there, come off the thing, come off the button. Door's closed, I don't care, I can just walk through the portal and I've finished the puzzle.
As part of a previously mentioned required test protocol, we can no longer lie to you. When the testing is over, you will be missed.
Oh, they're gonna miss me. How nice of them. So, chamber 14. This is one of the more complex chambers. So obviously we can't get through there, obviously. Obviously this is the exit. So there's a fun thing in this chamber. There's a very big drop here, and it only appears when you're there. And I don't think that the developers really thought this through, because they have this great big long like process where they want to kind of stretch. They want to stretch your idea of getting things where they need to be to a very, very extreme example. Like the idea being you don't have to see the portals for them to work. They don't need to be in close proximity. Distance means nothing to the portals, apart from obviously when you pass through a dissipation field. Well, for some reason, I don't really understand why. They put this great big drop here, and you can put a portal there, put a portal down there, drop through, and just get to the exit straight away without doing any of the puzzle's intended elements involving, you know, going and getting the cube, which, by the way, you are supposed to do the same drop thing to get the cube. And that would have all been fixed by just not letting you put a portal over where the platform is supposed to lower eventually. So that's just really interesting.
To the well-being of all participants. Cake and brief counseling will be available at the conclusion of the test.
Cool.
Thank you for helping us help you help us all.
So this chamber is actually serves the purpose of trying to teach you that your portals get reset when you pass through this dissipation field. So I've run through there, and now I can't use those again. So now I have new portals. I can't get back through, and that's in order for you to complete this puzzle. So obviously every time I pass through one of these, I'm going to lose my dissipation field. I also can't shoot portals through the dissipation field. Again, that's something you possibly could learn there. I just kind of skipped ahead for obvious reasons, because it is kind of obvious. I can't shoot through these. But yeah, so I can't go through here. I also need to get here. And one of the things that you learn very, very quickly is that these things bounce. So what you can do is that you can just let them bounce for a little bit. So what you want to do is you want to put a portal here, a portal here, and then put a portal here, and a portal here. And then put a portal here, and a portal here. Boom. Also, you can knock the cameras off. That's just a thing.
To ensure the safe performance of all authorized activities, do not destroy vital testing apparatus.
There's actually an achievement if you get all of them, and I've never ever been able to do it. So, this one's a bit of a weird one. I don't understand what the purpose of this is. Again, there's some nice little, signs on the floor that kind of supposed to do. Huh. Again, so I haven't played this game in ages. Ah, okay, I didn't notice this room. Okay, so I see. So the idea here is that it's trying to teach you that obviously you can shoot portals while you're in midair. So you can't start with a portal here and a portal here and just drop straight into the portal that you've already made. They're trying to teach you to shoot portals on the fly, so to speak. Aha, did you get the pun? So instead what it says is, so you want to put one here. That's why they put this nice window here. So we already have a portal here. And so it wants you to put another portal here. And so then jumping into this one will give you the momentum needed to get to that point there and put another portal down. So if I jump through this one, I then want to put another yellow portal or an orange portal or whatever color it is, and then I can get through that point. Now we have a bit more free movement. You know, we can't get through here, but we can do the whole fling thing to get ourselves around here. So these obviously bounce, angles bounce them, make them change direction. You can kind of see where the logic is here. It's just supposed to be, do that, it bounces through here, it bounces through here, back over there, and then it should lodge thing. And then we pass those back over relatively easily. Ooh. Now this thing should be working. So this thing moves backwards. So the idea being that you have to sort of slowly work your way forward. And now you've gone through. So you can actually do the same thing again. So again, you have this is the exit, and this is the entrance, and you have this great big drop here. So you can just, rather than doing this, like whole puzzle, just fling yourself up. Again, you're supposed to be able to do this. If they put that there, they put it there for a reason. So I'm gonna do it. Because I can't be bothered doing puzzles that I don't need to do. Like, that's a whole complicated timing thing that you just don't need to do. So we've finished.
Due to mandatory scheduled maintenance, the appropriate chamber for this testing sequence is currently unavailable. It has been replaced with a live fire course designed for military androids. The Enrichment Center apologizes for the inconvenience and wishes you the best of luck.
So this mission introduces turrets to you. So turrets will shoot you.
Are you still there? Hi?
Hi.
Who are you?
You can just kind of put me in the corner.
Are you still there?
And this guy's just shooting me for days.
Goodbye.
Hi. This guy shoot me? Yeah. So what you want to do is you want to get behind them. And then...
Put me down.
No. Just... Get in the corner
Searching.
and think about what you've done.
Activated. Are you still
So the idea being that you're kind of seeing the tactical. Because the idea of this is you can now see the tactical advantages of being able to use portals. So, and then here's the backstory. So let's. The cake is a lie. The cake is a lie. A trusted friend in science. Hello. Can I help you? And we get a bit of music and get a bit of story. Someone was living in here. I see toilet, more bed, technology, and the back areas. This is the first time you see the back areas. You see an actual door there. Or you can make it through the door, but no. Can't use the portal gun. You've got no choice but to really carry on with the test, but this is kind of the first instance where we see, oh, well, maybe not everything's as it seems. This is where we got to start seeing the lore of Portal, because obviously Valve are a big fan of their lore. So I've just put Portal over there. How do I get rid of that guy? Well, you can just use one of these cubes and drop it on his head. So when so when you put those things on the ground, they like stop working. You can do the same thing with this guy. Put it on his head. And then we have this room over here, which we can just go like that, and we can get behind them both. And then we're going to put this one
Goodbye.
in this corner,
Are you still there?
and then we put. Oh no, I'm getting shot. This is weird because we start seeing tools and stuff, like, so it's like clearly like unfinished, and like this coffee cup is like really old, and we have another one of these handprints. But like we have loads of stuff. The idea being you're supposed to use all these cubes to knock all these guys over, because you can't really step into this room. So you just kind of get this. That one. There we go. That was that guy done. Oh god, I nearly died then. That was been embarrassing. So I can actually just drop down to this guy. And then put you in the and just grab a cube, put it on here. Oh god! Forgot about that guy.
Hibernating. Who
Corner.
are you?
There we go.
Well done, Android. The Enrichment Center once again reminds you that Android Hell is a real place where you will be sent at the first sign of defiance.
I am not in Android Hell. I'm not going to Android Hell. I'm living for a very, very, very long time.
The vital apparatus vent will deliver a weighted companion cube in 3, 2, 1.
Look, the companion cube. It's a companion because it's got a heart on it.
This weighted companion cube will accompany you through the test chamber. Please take care of it.
Supposed to take care of it. You can use it to block these things.
The symptoms most commonly produced by Enrichment Center testing are superstition, perceiving inanimate objects as alive, and hallucinations. The Enrichment Center reminds you that the weighted companion cube will never threaten to stab you and, in fact, cannot speak.
Huh? I got hit by the ball. Yeah.
The Enrichment Center reminds you that the weighted companion cube will never threaten to stab you and, in fact, cannot speak.
I think I dodged that ball then, the second time. Now we're through. Cool. So now we're in the actual puzzle part of... I want to get into here. The way to get into here is through the wall. So now we need to make all three of these kind of rise up so we can get over there. Which means that we need to activate them. So we need one and a bunch more. So let's start with this one. One's the easiest, and the thing is going to be right here. So wait for the thing. Oh. I didn't even see that happen. We don't need the companion. Well, actually, we don't need the companion cube right now. Or do we? Oh no, we do need the companion. So what we want is grab this thing. Put it. Ah no. This. Companion cube. Now that door's held open. And of magic. So there's this one as well. So this one we used. You should just use the companion cube to get it in by bouncing it. We need the other one. The other one we just have to go all the way back through here. We know the emitter is over here. Just big portal down at the end. And then when we get back down here, we know exactly where to put it because we know where the line of sight is. Line of sight is right here. That's going to bounce there for a while, so it's going to give us a little bit of time. So now we can actually stand here, just wait for that to dissipate. Gonna go away. We can actually see the other one fire. It come towards us. Dodge out the way. Quickly jump on top of it. It goes through.
The Enrichment Center reminds you that the weighted companion cube cannot speak. In the event that the weighted companion cube does speak, the Enrichment Center urges you to disregard its advice.
Don't listen to the voices in your head. That sounds good. So finally, there's this one, which is really simple. You just use the companion cube to bounce it through. So we have to keep taking the companion cube with us because the companion cube's our companion. Now we can jump on top of all these. Jump down onto here. Cool. And then GLaDOS is like really, really nasty to us.
You did it. The weighted companion cube certainly brought you good luck. However, it cannot accompany you for the rest of the test and, unfortunately, must be euthanized. Please escort your companion cube to the Aperture Science Emergency Intelligence You euthanized your faithful companion cube more quickly than any test subject on record. Congratulations.
Oh no! I'm such a terrible person. I imagine that that's always fixed and that you don't always do it faster. So I think we're on chamber 18 now. So these are like the hardest ones in the game, and they're basically just very, very long. Like, you don't really learn anything new in these ones.
The experiment is nearing its conclusion.
Cool.
The Enrichment Center is required to remind you that you will be baked, and then there will be cake.
You will be thanked, and there will be cake. So again, secondary area, back area that's kind of been revealed to us. So Sneak in, see what's going on. Got some posters around. Got some. And you can actually get to a door here. Of course, it's locked and the handle's been broken off. Some random bits. Beans. Someone clearly got through here and maybe killed themselves in the waste. I don't know. Maybe they tried to get out and broke the handle off or something. So look where we are. Need to go up to there. Jump into this portal here. Like that. Cool. Over there. Just do this. Cool. Now we this. Cool. So I need to get this door open. This door is the exit because the sign tells us it's the exit. We look at the X. Follow the thing. Button is there. We need to get over to the button. We can fling ourselves over to the button using flinger. Remember, momentum is transformed but always conserved. Now we're going to this room. This is a secondary room. Entire purpose is just to get that cube over there. So we're gonna hit this. This lets us out, and then we're gonna get trapped in here, which is like great. So you have all of these turrets around, and you really can't do anything until you get rid of them. You can't go over to this direction, and you can't go over to that direction. You do have this thing, can do, is use that thing. Okay, I missed completely. Great. Now we're gonna get it. Cool. See, and we use. Ooh, that was weird. The game like just completely lagged out for a second. Oh god, that was wrong. Yeah, and so we just use these to use these portals to knock down all of these turrets. I missed again. In line. Oh my god, I missed again. Right there. Please be right. Yeah. Okay, and then it's obvious which one this one's looking at. It's looking at that one. So you can just kind of do that. And that should knock that one down. Cool, and then our last one is a little bit harder. Oh god, you can see me. I forgot about that. I can't really see the where the laser is quite. It's like there, almost. Maybe. Or there. Let's try there. I think that's right. Oof, just missed. You can sort of tell because obviously the it's just barely missing because you can see the laser coming through. So obviously it knows it's there. Try that. Let's try that. It'd be easy to actually get a shot on. We used to get a shot on from this angle. That should hit. Yeah. Okay. Wow, why is this room lagging so much? Okay. So. Now I need to go and get the cube because we're allowed to actually move through here now, which means that we need to activate this thing here. What we need to do is we need to dig a portal there. portal there and watch it, and then while it's moving through, we quickly open that, and we press the button, and it should pass through and then activate. And now we can move across. We've done the kind of difficult bit. But we still need to get over to there. So let's first wait for this to come back to us. Jump onto the platform and then wait for the platform to go over there, and then we can jump down onto this platform here. So now that you're down here, you can actually see a bit more. So you can see there's a platform over there. So the first thing is you press this button, and actually no, it's not. So and then that shows you that that opens the door again. The door that you used to get in, and the door actually, now that you see it, is a flinger. So the first thing you need to do is you need to get back over there. So that means that you need to use portal, and there's luckily a portal thing right here. Press this button, and the first thing we do is we get back over here. We need to wait for this to finish moving, stick a portal on it, the portal down here, and then fling ourselves over to get our cube. Cool. Now we need to get back over there, so we put a portal there. We can simply, oh god, let me drop down back down here, and then thing. The first very important thing you need to do is remember that you need to open the door again, so quickly jump back through, press the button, grab the box, pass through, and we are done with getting the cube. Put that down here, portal there, big portal over here. Cool. We have finished that bit. Final part of the puzzle, I think this is the final part of this room, is we have this great big room, lots of platforms. I'll put portal anywhere apart from on these. This is the ultimate lesson in conservation of momentum. Up. Up. And over.
Be advised that the next test requires exposure to uninsulated electrical parts that may be dangerous under certain conditions. For more information, please attend an Enrichment Center Electrical Safety Seminar.
Electrical safety, eh? So, loading.
Welcome to the final test.
Chamber
When
19.
you are done, you will drop the device in the Equipment Recovery Annex. Enrichment Center regulations require both hands to be empty before any cake.
This is a weird one. Because obviously, this isn't supposed to happen. Like, that should like, not happen, basically. So the first thing we need to do is we need to get this through. How do we do that? Well, actually, it's kind of simple. Stick one here. Stick one there. And you make it bounce back up there. And that makes this thing start moving. And then you have to do all this kind of ninja stuff. Go over here. Go press this button. Open the door. Shoot this thing through. Wait for the platform to come through. Pop through. I've got this thing. What you want to do is you just want to move this thing to somewhere where it's not going to hurt you. Oh no. Cool. That was like the last test, I think. Ah, I see. So here is kind of a nice one. You just want to put a portal there. You want to put a portal there. Like as close as you can get it. So then you can just kind of just pop through onto the portal again. Cake!
Congratulations. The test is now over. All Aperture technologies remain safely operational up to 4,000 degrees Kelvin. Rest assured that there is absolutely no chance of a dangerous equipment malfunction prior to your victory incandescence.
I don't understand
Thank you for
what's going on.
participating in this Aperture Science computer-aided
Ah.
enrichment activity.
Ah.
Goodbye.
What do I do? Oh, look, all this concrete. Oh, missed.
What
Oh,
are
no.
you doing? Stop it. We are pleased that you made it through the final challenge where we pretended we were going to murder you. We are very, very happy for your success. We are throwing a party in honor of your tremendous success. Place the device on the ground, then lie on your stomach with your arms at your sides. A party associate will arrive shortly to collect you for your party. Make no further attempt to leave the testing area. Assume the party escort submission position or you will miss the party.
I don't want to miss the party. Party for me. Party. First time I ever played this, I actually killed myself a bunch of times. I didn't realize what I was supposed to do, which was kind of obvious in hindsight. Okay, so I think that's going to be the end of part 1 of this Portal playthrough. Obviously I'm quite good at the game, because I've played it like a bunch of times. And I've saved quite a lot of time doing puzzles. So I think there's probably end up being 2 parts, with the second part being the sort of the actual extended back areas. So you see like very, very small pieces of back areas during the tests when you learn how to use the portal gun and the portals and everything. And then the actual game part of the of Portal is navigating your way through the back areas while GLaDOS tries to get you to go to the party, because we're going to go and get ourselves to the party. So yeah, thank you for watching Portal. This has been Hazza, and goodbye.